Hey guys, so thank you for joining us today. As you can see, I have a guest already in my studio, and that's John Bavuga. You guys are so welcome. I'm so glad you could spare some time to be with us this evening. This is all about Ugandan communities. So in the United States, I think we're stretching to Canada. Is that
Yeah.
right? Yes.
Yes.
So these are Nsonga Zitukwata code. Like this is our stuff. So I appreciate everybody who's joining in, who has joined. I can see people have joined in on Facebook. This is going to be just a very, very live interactive session. We should be having more people joining us in the studio. We should have Henrietta joining us. I just got a call from her that she's on the road. I see Elvis is also here. Hi, Elvis. Elvis, you're halfway on the screen.
I can't hear you.
You
Let me
can't?
check my.
Okay. So I have John Bavuga and Elvis. I know other names of Elvis, so I won't say them.
Oh, you need to tell us.
No, no, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say those nicknames we have for Elvis, but I'm so glad you guys could join me. Elvis is trying to fix his microphone. I think he can't hear us. But thank you everybody who's joining. So give us just a little moment. In the meantime, we're checking in with Facebook. I see your questions coming in. We'll promise we are going to answer all your questions. So just be patient. So, Joan, I think you can go ahead and say hello to everyone and tell us about yourself. Yes, let's start with that.
Hi, everyone. My name is Joanne Bavuga. I live in Michigan. I'm a mother of two. I think you can see my boys, so they've grown. My eldest son is 24. My young son is 19. And we've been in Michigan since 2009. I happen to be a vice president for the Ugandans in Michigan from 2018 to 2020. I'm a social worker by profession. I was born and raised from Kisoro.
Mm-hmm.
I always tell people I am the proudest Mufumbira you will ever meet. But more to that, I really like honest people. I know I can't say that I am so perfect in everything, but I try to relate with everyone. I'm one person who you will meet, and one person who does not discriminate. When I meet you and you say, "Hey, I'm Uganda," trust me, I won't ask you which part of Uganda you come from. It is your Ugandan. Yes, let's be Ugandans.
Yeah,
So I'm glad to be here. Thank you, Brenda, for inviting us. I'm so glad to be
absolutely.
here.
Yeah.
I'll try my best to answer the questions that I can answer. If I don't have the right answers for you guys, I promise to go and find out the answers and then get back to you.
Okay, cool, cool. Elvis, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Who? And yeah, but them of you, mayo. Like who? Was it my son busy like disrupting everything, or was it
Yeah.
Bridget? So, guys, thank you a lot.
Yes.
Thanks, Joan, for that introduction. Good to know where you come from Kisoro. I've been there. You know what? I've been there once, and I
Okay.
got scared of the roads
Going
because
there.
yeah, like the roads are like these high corners, and but it's a beautiful, beautiful place. So I know where you come from. Good to know. I'm from Barara, actually from Rushere to be specific. So nice meeting you. Nice to know where you come from. Nice to know your roots. Elvis, can you say hello to everyone? Can you tell us about yourself, please?
Yeah. My name is Elvis Nsereko Henry. I live in Dallas, Texas. We just moved here a couple of years from Boston, Massachusetts with my family. I'm a married man with 5 kids. Uh, God forbid, like He has kept us alive, everyone is healthy. I'm happy to be here, and I'm one of the contestants for UNAA Treasure 2021-2023
So
on Team Action.
your Uncle Money, eh?
I know, right? Those
Mhm.
books need to be, need to have the books in line.
I know.
Yeah. You need a Uncle Money in your life somewhere. So so thank you. Where are you from in Uganda, Elvis?
In Uganda, I'm from, I may say, Kampala. That's where I was raised. I grew up in Kampala. The village we have, like, we call it a village, like we just go there for burial, and that is
That means Sireko. No.
You just go there for burial. Seriously? How about parties at least?
I know Christmas. Who doesn't go to the village for Christmas?
uh, I think I may say we're not of that type of people, especially like most people used to come from villages to come to our home for Christmas. So it was the other way around,
Right.
because my dad, like, was he was a big man in the clan, so almost like in everything he was a strong person to say. Now he would say, like, okay, and he was taking care of very many people, so like in town Kampala, so he would not carry everyone back to the village, but he would be able to bring the people from the village to town for Christmas. So like our village, we would just go there like for burial. That's what I say. But I didn't live there any single day. That's what I can say.
Oh, okay. It makes sense, Sometimes we twist back into, like you'd say I'm from Masaka, yet you're only there once, not even once a year. But
Yeah, but I mean, we had like very many villages, so we didn't have a specific one. Cause my granddad, like grandpa, was a Muluka chief. He was Kabaka gave him like a very big land in Singo, and in Mukono, which is now Kayunga.
oh yeah.
It's called Bugerere. So the town was named Seven, and my granddad was the person responsible to take care of that land for the Kabaka. So we didn't have like a specific village. So because my dad was the heir to their dad, so like everything was rotating around him. So he would say you can be buried wherever you want, because they had like very big places where I would go. So we didn't have like a specific place that this is where you're supposed to be buried. So we didn't have like one place that this is our village. So we had like very many places.
Wow. Was he a Salongo? Like, I don't understand. Anyway, that's like too personal.
My granddad, like, those are the
Like, how come
traditional
he
men.
had
Like,
so many? I know. I
he
mean,
had,
I was privileged. I was so lucky to actually meet him. So I should have asked him. Last time I met him, I had so many questions for him, but I
I
guess
know.
the Lord decided to do whatever he did. So
Yeah.
actually, Henry, Elvis, actually, but now I'm calling you Henry. His name is Elvis. So sorry about your dad. May his soul rest in peace. But I was so glad to actually have met him in life. So anyway, so you guys, I have these two interesting. One is from all the way in the south, Kisoro. So that's southern western Uganda. Or is it actually south
Yes.
Uganda? For those of you who might not know where that part is, it's like towards Kigali as you're going to Rwanda. So you pass through Kisoro. And then we have Henry, who's from the central part of Uganda. That's, like he said, he's from Kampala. He's trying to kind of spread out his wings where his dad, like you can tell his dad was a close man to the kingdom of Uganda. So we are in things here. So thank you guys who have joined. I see Waswa. I want to say hello. I see sister to sister. Hey guys. Hey Liz. Hey Nana. Hi, everybody who's joined us. So we're talking about Uganda Association. So you guys are more than welcome to ask any questions, especially if you're in the United States and you happen to be a Ugandan. So please write your questions on the side. I already have 3 questions from my Facebook post that I posted. People who are watching on Facebook, they're not hard questions, so you guys are in safe. I'm sure you'll answer them really well. So who wants to go first? What is UNA? Who can tell us what UNA actually is? Either John or Elvis, you guys, whoever.
Okay, I can go first. The way I understand UNA is, I am UNA because I'm Ugandan and I'm a member of UNA. So when they say UNA, I am UNA. That's how I understand it. I don't want to give you those, dictionary, definitions. That's what it is supposed to be. Though somehow it might feel like it's an association that belongs to a certain people, that belongs to a certain group, that belongs to, this is, honestly, that's one of the reasons why I decided to run. Because UNA is for all Ugandans who live in North America. It is so unfortunate that we have to pay membership, which is okay. We have to pay membership to be to be in the association. That's okay. That's allowed. But once we use that term Ugandans, I think we are including everyone, regardless of them paying the membership fee.
Okay. Okay. So in short, what is UNA in for?
Ugandan North American Association.
Awesome. Awesome. Good. Good. Yes. So if you are Ugandan, you live in Northern America, you're already a UNA member, despite whether you've paid membership or not, but you belong there. Is that right?
You should belong there.
Okay. Okay.
Though you have to pay membership to be considered as, what membership is, But to me, I think that if they would give it a chance and say that, anyway, you can't run for office if you're not a member. That's true. But UNA itself should belong to everyone, including my kids, who I'm fighting to come to understand what UNA is, who I'm fighting to see that they are included in UNA because they are also Ugandans.
Okay. So how long have you guys been members? Like I'll say, Elvis, how long have you been a member of UNA?
For UNA, for starters, I'll tell you, like Joanna has said, UNA is everyone who lives in North America and Canada. So it's more of like bringing all us people from the diaspora. One thing I may say, I've been like attending conventions just for fun. Where the people like, if we know it's time for UNA, that's the time you're getting your vacation. So I wasn't not like at all involved any activity for UNA. But I knew like, oh, UNA, there was a convention, and this is the time like we used to go for vacation, and we take up this time just to go for fun. But I wasn't involved in the activities of UNA.
Okay,
so
cool.
We started following it like I may say like 2016.
2016, that's a good time. Yeah.
But it wasn't like I wasn't involved in anything. I wasn't volunteering. I wasn't doing anything on the UNA side. Sometimes you could go. I may give an example. Like we had one UNA in Boston when I was still in Boston. Like it was just in my city, but we didn't attend that. We're here for the UNA, but just because we met there to go to meet and greet friends, and that was it.
Yeah, so I mean, like to me, UNA. Oh, hey, I'm so sorry, Madam President. I have to recognize your presence here. You just like sneaked in.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. We were having a hotel meeting, a Hyatt hotel meeting.
Yeah.
With Mr. Lambert Etibot. That's why we are a few minutes late, but he'll also be joining in soon.
Are they kicking us out of the hotel?
No,
Bagalachi.
actually, they are trying to make sure they have everything you need by the
Okay,
time you
good.
arrive next weekend. So it's just the final little things.
Awesome.
But
Awesome.
they are
Awesome. Yeah.
very much ready for you. They can't wait to see you all.
That sounds perfect. That sounds good. Thank you guys for organizing this. And we're so excited. We have so many members who are going to be joining for the first time, like Elvis just said.
Yeah.
People who like, always heard about UNAM. They're like, what is
Mhm.
that thing about? So I think it's our time to make it more public, to
That's good.
sensitize people about what UNA is about and what it is, what it stands for,
Mm.
rather than just the time to get together as Ugandans and have fun.
Mm.
So it goes way more than that. Like
Yeah.
most of us are guilty of that. We always showed up whenever there was a convention to just party and have fun. But I think somebody has. I can hear myself. There's an echo, so I think it's Lambert. All right, cool. I still hear myself. Can you guys hear an echo?
Yeah, we do.
All right, I think it's you, Lambert. Do you mind? I think you probably connected on 2 devices. You know what COVID has taught us is how to navigate these things. There's conference meetings that are online, but I think it's all good now. So thank you, Lambert, for joining us. Hey guys, I have to do this introduction all over again. We have Madame President of UNA in the house, and that's Henrietta. You can see the United States flag in the background and the Ugandan flag. So we are all well represented. We have on her left on my screen, we have Lambert Itibot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then on my right up, there's Elvis Sechanzi. Sechanzi? No, Sereko. I was about to say Elvis Sereko.
He should have written his name in full.
I
so
know
you're
he
not,
should
you
have.
know.
He should have. Yes. Otherwise, I was going to say those other names of Nkoko, but I'm not going to say them. We have Joan Bavuga next to Elvis. And then we have me, Brenda Akatama, but Brenda Demers. There you go, Elvis and Seriko. So you guys are so welcome. Thank you for sparing time to educate us about UNA and to tell us about yourselves, because I know this is a big time for you guys. It's the last week of the convention, and you are very busy doing final touches of the convention to make sure everybody gets to have a good time. So we love you. We thank you. Thank you for doing this. So we have quick questions here, but let's first see. Joanne had introduced herself. Elvis did the same. So let's go straight to Henrietta. So tell us about yourself, Henrietta. Let us get to know you.
Okay. My name's Henrietta Nairuba Wamala. I reside in Illinois. That's the home state that I now call home. In Illinois, I serve on the local committee as the Ugandan community in Illinois women's lead, but I'm also serving on the national committee as the current UNA president. So when you're looking for the current UNA president, I'm here. You can reach me on my social media. You can reach me on my email,
There's probably somebody calling her. So now,
there was someone calling me and I got out. So I'm trying to get in. Oh my goodness. Okay, I have them off.
okay.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry because it's such a busy time. So you're going to be hearing people who are going to be trying to come in, but I'm trying to get them out so that we can continue with this program. Unfortunately, Brenda, I can't see myself anymore. So
I don't know. Maybe
do
you want to come back in? I see your screen is frozen. Yeah.
Let me do that.
Okay. Okay, so Henrietta will be joining back in. There she is. Okay, cool. There you are.
I'm so sorry for the interruptions, but this is such a busy, very busy time because much as we are in office, we are also trying to make sure that you have a successful convention. Like you saw, this is going to be your first convention in 2 years. We last had a physical convention in 2019. So this is going to be your first physical convention as we are in office. And much as we are also on a campaign trail, yes, we are campaigning. This is my team you see here with Brenda. We also have to make sure that we are delivering. We do not have the luxury of closing our offices like some of our opponents have done. We have to keep serving the community and make sure that we are delivering services. So some of the services that we do is make sure that we do that annual gathering, and it has to be as smooth and as enjoyable and at the same time as beneficial to you members as we can. So we are very much honored, by the way, Brenda, that you brought us here today. This is we do not take this lightly. Hey, for us to be seated in your studio, I've been following you for some time. You have all these inspirational videos out there, all these educational videos, but I'm glad that you were able to bring us here as Team Action to come and speak to you. The people you see on this screen were selected because of what they bring to the table. This is the best of the best that's going to take UNAA to the next level. So thank you for having us here today, Brenda.
Oh, we can't wait. We can't wait to hear what everybody has to offer. I will not pretend I know what everybody stands for and they want to do for me. So I want them to tell us by themselves. So thank you, Henrietta. We appreciate all you've been doing since you joined UNAA and you became the president. I think we've been seeing so many positive things, not just because you're my friend, but as a lady, you shook tables, like in Uganda, they say you've been shaking tables. So, and you've been doing it really well. Your actions, what you've done is very visible. So it's not like we can even sugarcoat it. It is what it is. So, Lambert, can you go ahead, please, and introduce yourself to us?
Thank you so much, Brenda, for having us. It's a pleasure to always get a chance to talk to our membership through people like yourself. So we appreciate the platform. My name is Lambert Etibot. I'm the UNAA Executive Secretary, and I'm also a board member here in the Ugandan American Association in Dallas. I'm a two-time president of that same organization, and I'm now a two-time board member of the organization. Yeah. But it's a pleasure to be here today because we get a chance, another opportunity to share about, a little about the convention, what people should expect and things like that. Like Madam President said, for us, it's a challenge. We are seeking re-election while also organizing the convention. And, at least if we're having people like John here running against us, we would understand, but we have fellow leaders running against us who are already in leadership. So it kind of beats the mind right there. But we are and we know the members see what we're doing. Our results speak for themselves. And, we're looking forward to continue to serve the membership. Sometimes difference in opinion should not lead us down the path that, some of these leaders are trying to prove today. Leadership it's more about reconciliation and having an understanding of focus first, and you base your discussion on facts. You cannot just sway it away like what you see today. But we're focused on this, and we know the members see it, and we're hopeful that the election will go well. So thank you so much. I'll hand it back to you, Brenda. Thank you.
Thank you. Good to know you. Before you guys joined, Henrietta and Lambert, John and Elvis were able to tell us where Jebasibuka. Is that what they said? Jebasibuka in Uganda. Yes. So I'm sorry if you're here, you're listening in, and you do not understand Luganda. We're going to be mixing it because this is such a Ugandan thing, and Luganda kind of it unites us because so we'll be throwing in some Luganda words here and there. If you don't understand it, please just ask. We'll be able to do it in English as well. But this is usually also our time when we get together and just try to be as Ugandan as we can get. So just like bear with us at some point. So Henrietta Osibukawa, you know, like where do you come from in Uganda, just to get to know a little bit of your background as well?
Since I'm going to tell you where I come from, and I have that section of people who speak my language, I think I'm going to do it in the language they understand best.
Sure.
Kale, basabo ni banyabo. Nze ndi mukyala Musoga. Ndi mukyala mu Mbeeda. Amayina gange nga ninze Henrietta Nairuba Wamala. Era nga nva mu luya olwa Mwami Mugulusi. Mwami Mugulusi yali mulangira w'e Kamuli. Nze waife tuva Kamuli Buwanume. For those who didn't understand me, yes, I am a Musoga, and I am a proud Musoga. And I am from the royal family. When you are lucky enough to meet people from the royal family, you'll understand what I'm trying to say here. But I also come from a strong royal lineage, which is from Kamuli Buwanume, and that is from the Mugulusi clan. Now, if you go into Buwanume and look for the Mugulusis, it will take you straight to where the current king of Busoga is from. He's my first cousin. So,
ooh, I love it.
So I really would like, I would love to say more of where we come from, but we are always here, regardless that I am a Musoga. I'm someone who has also been a sister, a brother, a friend. I'm married to, by the way, in Uganda. My baby is Ivy Nachintu, so which automatically put me in the Uganda clan.
Absolutely, yeah.
And when you talk about the Nachintus, they are from, of course, the Ngo clan. So we have a little leopard there. So when it comes to our clans and lineages, I'll leave it to that.
Cool. Yes, that's very nice to know.
I would say every Ugandan that's coming to Cincinnati, bring something Ugandan with you, because on Friday night, we are going to show Cincinnati how we do it in Uganda. We are going to be celebrating the Pearl of Africa. So I advise you to bring something. Lambert is going to be bringing out an email for that. So bring something.
That's actually perfect. Yes. Please do as soon as you can, so that people are prepared.
I can tell you, my husband is here dancing when I mention that. He's like, hey.
What is he going to bring? Ngoma?
He'll bring his ingoma with him. I think he'll be able to enjoy it. But nice. Yeah, that's Henrietta for you. We are from Kamuli Buwanume, and we are glad to be here.
Good to get to know you, Henrietta. Thank you for telling us about your background and your clan. And we have a princess. Who knew? You guys are very fortunate to have a princess in the house. I'm supposed to be a princess, but Simanje Biaguida.
That's who we are.
Lambert, where are you from? What's your little background?
I think I should also say I'm the Prince of Teso. No, but I don't have actual royal lineage, but
okay.
When they say when you're around princesses and prince, you become one of them. So I just wanted to share that. Yeah. But I am from Soroti, that is in eastern Uganda. And I'm Anita, so thank you.
Nice. All right. So as you can see, this is like United Nations of Uganda. Honestly, this is a girl who's from Ankole. Joanne on the right is from Kisoro. Elvis is from Kampala, Buganda, and you have Henrietta is from the east, from Busoga, and then you have Lambert. Lambert, is that east as well?
Yeah.
That's east as well, from Teso, yes. So you guys, everybody, I think is very well represented, and that's what I'm liking about this group. Everybody is being represented with your group. I think that's major, because I know how we can get as Ugandans. So we'll leave that at that. So I want to jump in real quick in some questions here before these people become impatient and they throw eggs at me. So allow me to bring in Miss Bree. Miss Bree, how are you doing together? Thank you for joining us. I'm good. All right. So she's asking, what is UNAA doing about the immigration policies? The new laws, I mean, whoever, Henrietta, your team or yourself can actually tackle this unless you wanted us to do it in a different way. If you guys had a process of how you wanted this live to go, please let me know, shoot me a text. But I wanted us to just jump into some of these questions quickly so that we can get moving with what I have also on my agenda. So Bree is asking, what are you doing about immigration policies, the new laws, etc.? Isn't it time we have a body that advocates for immigrants that are still processing their documents, pro bono lawyers, etc.? I think that's a fantastic question. Thank you, Ms. Bree.
Yeah. I'll be able to take it, and since we are the people who are currently in leadership, and also can join and jump in here and there. But what we have done as UNAA is we have been looking at people who offer these services and consulting them to help those that come to us. I think I'm also receiving an echo, so whoever has the two systems can put the voice on one down. But that's what we've been doing. Now, that is for the services here. For the immigration policies in Uganda, we engage the Ugandan government through the embassy to make sure that whatever changes are done, we have those changes effectively communicated to our members. And we also invite them to come and make sure that they update members of whatsoever is going on. For example, when they had the dual citizenship law passed, it started off at $400 when you wanted to apply for dual citizenship. But many people don't even know that that has gone down. I was chatting with someone yesterday who was asking me if the embassy is going to be at the convention, if they can come and have their dual citizenship done. And I was telling him yes, and I'm going to ask them to have a requirement sheet sent out to us because we need people to come prepared. And I told him, yeah, you just make sure that you have your money order of $200 ready. And he's like, why? It's supposed to be $400. And I'm like, no, it went down to $200. So effective communication is really, especially from the Ugandan embassy. And we are always here to help have that communication sent out. That is something that I'm actually communicating with them this weekend to make sure that on Monday I have something blasted out by the secretary to members to let them know what to bring when they are seeking their Ndagamontus done, when they are seeking their dual citizenship done, when they are seeking any of the services that will be offered at the convention. Bree brings up a very good, idea that UNAA should have a legal body that helps people with processing their statuses, with processing their paperwork. A lot of people come here, like, for example, I came here on a green card. Not many people know that. I was one of the lucky ones that won the lottery, and I came here with my green card in hand. I think the other person who is here that I know did that as well is Lambert. So we are the few lucky ones who had that chance. But many people come into this country and they start from bottom up to try to get themselves sorted out. They take years to have these things sorted out. They are even taken advantage of by some of the lawyers. The other day I was talking to someone who was telling me a lawyer was asking them for $10,000. How will you ask me for $10,000 when I'm maybe even trying to just get by to maybe even make $15,000 a year? So what we have done so far that I actually worked with Mr. Secretary Lambert Etibot was to come up with pro bono services and free legal services, the clinics in all the different 50 states of North America. And if you go on the UNAA website, we have that information out there for those members who have never taken a chance to go and just do their due diligence to read and see what we've been doing. Go on that UNAA website. We have those services there for you. In our last independence, I even invited some of those free legal clinics to come and speak to our people here in Illinois. And these are people who are willing to do anything for you as immigrants to help you get started. So those who have such problems, do not hesitate reaching out to us. Some of us, by the way, you come to me, do not expect me to come and broadcast out there of what you have come to seek from me. This is private information. I'll put you in touch with whoever will help you, and that information will be between you and that lawyer. I'm not here to come and tell people, oh, so and so was, helped by this and that and so on and so forth. So that's what we've been doing. In case I have forgotten anything, Lambert, you can add on to that.
Thank you, Madam President. I think you said it all well. Maybe what I can share with Brenda and
we have so many people watching, so it's not just me, Lambert. We have about 20 people who are watching, and as you can tell, it's American Canada time, so there are no Ugandans, right. Ugandan here. So this is important. I love this. Yes.
Right. Yeah. So thank you. Yeah. So Madam President, you've shared pretty much everything. I think for me the concern now is the way the people that need that help actually get it. Ugandans, when it comes to getting this kind of help, people are so private with their information. And they are so afraid that when they approach an organization like UNAA, and you've seen it in the past, candidates taking credit over helping other people and putting their names out there. Some people are so afraid that, if I go get help from UNAA, they are going to brag about it. And yet this was my personal situation. So a lot of people choose to find other ways as opposed to actually coming to us for help. But hey, this is the new UNAA we want to have, a UNAA that you can trust with your information.
Yes, I was going to say it's trust. Yeah, that's a problem with trust.
We're not taking credit for making that connection. We just want you to know the service is there for you to benefit and get the help that you need. Yeah, that's what I needed to add. Thank you, Madam President. I hand it back to you, Brenda.
Great. I mean, that's really important. Most of these things I also had no idea, Henrietta. Like, this is really important. Like dual citizenship, I recently became a US citizen. But even after having lived here for so long, and one of the things that had actually stopped me from applying for American citizenship was I didn't want to give up my Ugandan citizenship.
Yeah.
So I did not know. I recently did a video about that. And all my friends were like, Brenda, what do you mean? You've been here for almost 16 years. You did not have.
I saw that video.
Yeah. I'm like, hello. I did not want to give up my Ugandan flag at all. And then I got to know some people actually reached out to me and told me, by the way, because the last time I had asked like 7 years ago, there was nothing like dual citizenship. And so, but I'm so glad. So all this is communication. I think we need to up our communication as UNAA to our fellow Ugandans who are living in the diaspora for sure. How reliable, how much this information can be out there for the public is going to be very important. How often we can update the website. How fast can somebody get a response from us? In the past, I know so many people who've been frustrated with the Ugandan embassy here. And I think it's a big problem that we have. But with a body like UNAA, I think we could definitely shake things around. We can make sure, one of the things that I always I've always dreamt of having as Ugandans living in the US is having an embassy getting to know us. Like the only time they ever hold such ceremonies is like Ugandan Independence Day, which is a celebration. And I have like contacted the ministers and like foreign affairs, like all those. I'm like, does the Ugandan embassy know that I'm Ugandan and I'm here? Do they? So could you see like American embassies will reach out to any Americans in Uganda and they will make sure they are registered. If anything happens in Uganda, for example, you get an email right away saying, hey, this and this has happened. If you need help, you need to evacuate, blah, 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 blah. So how is our embassy looking at for us? What are these? I think this is like really important. And I believe you've already been working towards this and it's going to be more and more efficient. So thank you for letting us know there. Let's see. We have another. She's American, but she's asking, what does UNA do for Ugandans outside of the diaspora? What projects does the organization promote for the people outside the diaspora? So this is also really, really good comment. So if you can talk about that for a minute.
We can. And actually, UNA has done a lot of things outside the diaspora that people are not aware of. For example, have you heard of the Terowodi Women's Hospital?
Yes. I think I saw it from your postings. Yeah.
That is a hospital that is there today, and they are going to be at the convention. By the way, the board members are going to come and talk about it again. There, a few years ago, President Manda Tigo and Secretary Mukunya had a fundraising of buy a brick at $50. And UNA members bought a brick, and today we are proud to say that through that partnership, there is a hospital that's helping women who suffer from fistula.
Yes.
In Uganda. We have the Miss Uganda North American program that partners with UNA, and we currently have our Queen Vanessa Nansamba, that's also, by the way, on my team as a youth representative. Queen Vanessa Nansamba, just before COVID hit, the first wave of COVID, was in Uganda in the slums, giving out necessities, giving out sewing machines to women who wanted to get those machines to be able to provide for their families. They were giving out stoves for those who bake. They were giving out pads for the kids, the young girls, because you know what happens when kids don't have pads and they're at school and have their periods, and their male counterparts are laughing at them. So these are things that happen in Uganda that is outside the diaspora that people don't know that UNA gets involved in. A few months ago, we were able to raise PPEs, and I was able to go to Uganda and actually delivered those PPEs to five hospitals in Uganda. So these are things that we do not come out and shout about, but UNA is actually doing a lot in Uganda than people know. Some people are even doing things without even telling people that UNA did ABCD. During the lockdown, we were partnering with the envoy, and the envoy would tell me, oh, we have people who need food here and there, and would give him money. But we didn't come out to say, oh, UNA is giving food to people in Uganda, because we had our own people here that were going through the same. So yes, we do help people back home, especially back home. During the COVID situation, we even reached out to our people in Canada, and we were able to have our members in Canada go and help members who were in need. So it's not just North America, as some people think, in America, but they also go beyond our vicinity here. The lady says such projects of interest would be exchange programs for students in Uganda. I totally agree with you. In fact, sorry, I'm now going to be taking someone to the volleyball game, and she's asking me, yes, I'm taking you. So, for example, I was on an educative program on UBC the other day, and they were asking me, what does UNA do to help with education? And I told them, we actually partner with NGOs in Uganda to help kids who are either challenged in education so that we can help them. There is a partnership that has been built, and they are coming to this convention that is trying to spread literacy in Uganda by bringing libraries to people, especially in the villages and other schools that not even in the cities. So we are trying our best to take the best of us, to take the best of the professionals that we have to help Uganda. And one of the things that I actually discussed on that UBC program was, if we can have people who are in the education field here in the US go and partner and start building these exchange programs with entities in Uganda, such as Makerere University, Mbarara University. These are the things that UNA can do to partner with them and make sure that these are effective programs that we have as an arm extended back at home. So I really love that question that lady brought.
Yes, I think that was good. Am I still on mute? No, okay. I had a kid who was making noise in the background. So that's great. I think that was a very good question, and you So Henrietta, I advise, I mean, I know we don't need to be, as UNA it doesn't need to be like everything that it does, that it posts and stuff, but I think it's great communication for the public. And that's how I think you're going to get more trust from us, knowing that it's actually doing something. Like you will not get questions of like, what does my $50 membership fee do? You know what I mean? Yes. So you will not get such questions. So even if it's small, I know, like they say, when you help, don't wacho yamba no ate no laganti no yambie, you know, like something like that. But I think as an organization, as an association, it is good communication for the public, and we should definitely try to improve on that, to let the public know what's happening, what you're getting involved in, or even do some like monthly meetings of seeking for people's opinions on stuff. So involve the community. Like let us feel like we're part of your decision making here and there. You know, not like us hearing from you. I'm using us, but I know it's thousands of us. So. But it's a good step. I honestly give you kudos. You are doing the right things. I had never known these things, and I have attended UNA conferences for conventions for a while. But I think this is great communication.
And actually, you're right. And I would like maybe to have someone like Lambert explain what does the $50 do, but also when it comes to communication, especially and involving the communities, you have what they call regional representatives in UNA. And the executive is not supposed to be the one coming to the communities to say, oh, this is what's going on. That is the work of the regional representatives. That's why they're in office. But I may have forgotten some of the things that UNA does, but I would like Lambert to also add on that, because we are like the incumbents. Everyone asks us those questions.
Yeah, Joanne and Elvis, you guys better be paying
I would like
attention
to also
here.
know what Joanne would like to add to it, of what UNA could do, and Elvis.
Yes. So Lambert, what does our $50 do? Twagala balance.
Mwagala balance.
Yeah, tell us, like, if you're asking for membership, what does that actually money do?
So first, you would say it helps with the day-to-day running of UNA. Okay. Literally, it's supposed to be for administrative purposes. That is what the membership is for. For me, I feel like, the value of that money is not really equivalent to what a member gets from the organization. Okay. And people tend to say, but I just pay my membership and then I don't get anything from UNA and all this. But the work that we do as an organization, you as a member contribute to it. Okay. So all these programs that we talk about and all these things that we're discussing that, UNA is doing, it's not really just us, as in me, Lambert. No, it's a joint effort from all of us members in UNA, because it's your money that is doing this great work. Yeah. So the membership may be little from you as an individual, but it goes a long way because it's a pool from all members that we have in the organization. And we're looking forward to growing more members this time around, because the organization is headed really the right way. And we're very hopeful. Yeah.
All right, that's really good. That's really good. So again, I will emphasize, I think communication goes a long way, Lambert, and you will avoid so many questions, like questions of like, what does my $50 do? If you told people this year, this is maybe present the budget, let's say what the association intends to do in this fiscal year. You could say, these are the projects we have proposed. Involve the community. Like, these are things like, I know, like, I've been part of communities here, and accountability. You don't have to expose every penny where it goes, but people are visual, and when it comes to Ugandans, trust me, nechikumi bajja kikubanja. So like the $1 bajja kugamba yalazeewa, so, but I think the communication needs to be upped for the public to get to trust you with anything. I know it's little money, but kama gwe muganda, they say, so it adds up. And then so communication is great. So see how you can put those things on like websites, on your website, maybe a monthly letter in form of an email to all members at least, whereby at least all those who have paid the membership fee get to know what's happening with the association. So that will be helpful. We have a question here. I don't know if Henrietta is still there, but any of you guys, maybe Lambert, you could answer, because I know Elvis and John are just coming in this year. So what has UNAA done, or what in plans for the youth? What plans do you have to see that the youth can get involved in UNAA? Also, what plans do you have to unify, to unify Ugandans? I think that was her question. Yes, Ugandans are very divided right now. So you guys need to step it up. I don't know how you're going to help. But yeah. I think they're trying already by having a United Nations committee, as you can see. Right. But let me let you answer that question.
Brenna, if you don't mind, let me start with the bit of the dividedness. We are really very unique people, though. You may say we are really divided, but it's the approach that the people take to resolve the conflicts that exist. The divide is so pronounced during election times. When you come to the convention, you'll realize that these people are actually not that divided. It's just that they fight so much for who they believe in and things like that. For me, the division that is there probably is the one that you would associate to, like, the differences in communities. That is the kind of division that we need to work on. This that we're doing, in the chat groups and these people going after this, these are small conflicts that are easily resolved. Yeah, we just need to provide a bigger picture. Yeah, so again, the election will go away and we're gonna be headed the right way. The focus doesn't need to end now, though. We just need to vamp it up more to focus on, handling that kind of conflict and, removing it from kind of removing a few people, individuals that fuel it more from the presence of everybody else. Because, they say one frog spoils, so yeah. You identify those few people and kind of, talk to them and find out where their grievance is really coming from. Some of these people, it's just something small that didn't go well, and they keep bringing it up. So until we address some of those small things, we won't have a smooth progress. Yeah. But when it comes to the youth, I believe this particular time after the 2019 election, the youth representatives that we had created a youth initiative that they tied together to UNAA, and together with that they tried to tie, work with the principles that they came up with to serve the youth. So I know they were doing soccer games. They were trying to do some educative programs, trying to talk about jobs and holding all these kind of seminars on Zoom. The thing about the youth, though, when it comes to the conventions, is that the perception is still that a convention is pretty much a vacation for the youth. So they come to have a good time, they come to enjoy and all that. I remember in 2019, we tried to have a youth forum, for kind of discussing, health awareness and, mental issues and stress and all these different things that happen here. Things like, job opportunities, career guidance, and all these different things. But because of the timing of that forum, it didn't have a good attendance. So there are still a few things we have to adjust here and there to particularly cater to the youth. But again, this is a call to you, the youth. These programs cannot be run by people who are not youth. So it's you, the youth, that need to get involved and push more the agendas that, serve you as youth. So we could also use this as a calling to the youth to get more involved in some of these things that, can move you forward in the things that you guys need to get done. Thank you. Let me see if I've answered all that. Yeah, I believe
Lambert,
that's
can I
pretty much
add?
it. Go
Sorry,
ahead.
can I
Yeah.
add something about the divisions and stuff? One thing I have come to realize is we tend to think that if I don't believe in what you believe in, then we are no, we shouldn't work together. I wish we can start allowing ourselves to allow other people to believe in what they want to believe in. Feel free to support whoever you want to support. Feel free to go to any region you want, but know that as Ugandans, let's bring all those other ideas that we get from the different people we support to try. Oh my God, someone is calling me. I'm so sorry. Oh, how do I decline this? Sorry, I went off. How do I go back?
We can hear you. Yes, you're still here.
No. So what we need to do as is to create a safe space where we allow everyone to express themselves, but respectfully. Know that yes, some people like goat's meat. I like beans. But am I going to tell you, hey, don't eat goat? No. But we can still have the dinner together. So we just need to create that safe space and encourage people. In fact, we need to encourage people to support with whatever they want, be it politics, be it religion, be it anything. But make sure that we do it respectfully, and So
Totally agree. Yeah, I agree. I think we can always disagree to agree or agree to disagree, they say. So, but it's work in progress, and I know with time we'll heal. Some people take it too personal with whatever. It could be politics, it could be anything. But I think we just need to stay focused to what the association stands for. We might not, as an association, you might not be able to solve some of these challenges going on, but if we stick to our goals as an association, we'll definitely deliver. Like, do what we have to do and let whatever else happens. Elvis, what do you feel like is like, from the topics that we just covered, what do you think, what was like one of those things that you felt like you should also come in this year maybe and stand for UNAA position? What did you feel like you needed to bring, something new that you needed to bring to the table?
I think one of my objectives is more of togetherness. If anything, we are to go forward, if we have any planned activities, anything we have to move on with other people and communities, we need a team, a solid team. If we are together, I know UNA can achieve a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But if we're still going to have a divided UNA, trust me, it's going to still stay the same. People are going to still continue fighting. People are going to still not doing their due diligence on what they are supposed to deliver. So I think my core objective is we need that togetherness. As I saw it, the reason that we want us to come in as a team, because we've known each other, we know everyone's strength, what I can do. If I know I can do more on what Lambert does, and he knows that I can do more of the financial bit of it, that's why I'm on this team. So everyone is diverse in a different way, but we all to come together to deliver a solid objective for the UNA. UNA is for everyone, and UNA wants us, and we want UNA. We still want to serve in our different capacities, from, because like now I've seen a question, someone saying that they didn't know UNA had representatives in different states,
right,
different regions. So these are the one of the things that now we need awareness.
Mm-hmm.
We need to put UNA out there for everyone. There are people who have just come to North America that have been here 2, 3, 4 years. They've never heard about UNA, what UNA can do for them.
Yes.
UNA has a lot for everyone. So I think we have a very big challenge, and to solve this challenge is togetherness. And Team Action is ready to deliver that, is ready to work on that. We want to come on as a solid team to solve these challenges. I'm not going to promise that we are going to look at everyone's challenge in life. No. But we are going to see that at least we put it out there for everyone to see. We need at least other communities who can help us to come in. So we need awareness. We need people to get to know that UNA can help you, can help people back in Uganda. I saw someone asking a question, how has helped people back in Uganda? There are very many initiatives that UNA has been involved in, but because there are those small internal wrangles that try to hinder the development or the work of UNA, that some people even never get to know what UNA can do for them. But if we solve that, we come on as a team, we are going to be able to deliver on everything that we've put out there in our manifestos and what we're ready to do. So I think to answer Peace's question, UNA has delivered a lot. I will give you an example. There are very many people coming out from Uganda to speak to UNA in different capacities. And there are very many, like Madam President has said, like we have one of our candidate teammates who went to Uganda. So these are one of the initiatives that we are looking at. But if we have those small fights, the small wrangles, like you can't avoid them because like in organizations they are there, but they are also like something they're check balances. If you're not delivering, someone may say, oh, you did this, you're not supposed to do this. So to add on that, like the fights also, someone is criticizing you, but is helping you also to upbeat your work, to put in more effort. Because if you don't have any opposition in everything you do, you think you're fine. You think that everything is moving on smoothly. But the opposition we want is not to pull UNA down. We want the opposition on board that is going to push you ahead, to show you a challenge that you need to work on, not to show you a challenge that is going to pull UNA down. UNA is not for one person. UNA is not for Madam President. UNA is for everyone. She's just our leader, that she's trying to steer this to a right direction. But when you're trying to pull her down, that means you're pulling the whole UNA down. There are very many people who have been trying to deregister UNA. But I mean, if this organization has been there for 33 years and you want to come, you think that UNA is not helping anyone, I think that's not a great idea. I would say there are very many people who have come through UNA. They came through UNA and they stayed. They are now in America. They are living a good life. They are living their dream. So to put this in a nutshell, we need togetherness. We need to work as a team. Team action is ready to come on to deliver. Everyone has a different idea. Lambert and Madame Henrietta, they've already been there. They know all the corners. So we are going to come and learn from them. They're going to show us what to do and also to bring the knowledge we have to see that UNA goes forward.
Yeah, thank you so much, Elvis. I think you make a very, very valid point. You guys, I'm so glad we're having this conversation today. Because as you can see, there's so many people, even all these guys that I see here, all my friends have already registered, but they had no idea what all these UNA things stand for. So if these people that I know have these questions, just imagine other millions of Ugandans who are here that have those exact questions. And those are the people who will probably just like go by assumptions, like what they've had. Like what I've had, another person who has a bad feeling about UNA will tell them, they go with that. But when they hear it from you guys, like from your mouth, I think it speaks volumes. And I agree, Bridget here has a question. Brima Sika says, not a question, but UNA needs serious publicity. It's unfortunate that so much has been done, but people do not know about it. So the bad quickly spreads. Yes, that's what I was just saying. Like, if you want me on your publicity team, I'll volunteer. So
you're welcome.
I'll volunteer because honestly, to me, like I've been trying to see how we can get this thing. Like to me, Uganda is just in my blood. I can stay here for 1,000 years, but I'm so Ugandan as it takes. So anything that concerns Uganda, and like if I know how we can improve something, I'll volunteer my time and be part of it. So I think, Bridget, you make a valid point here, and I think we need to discuss this further. Do you guys have a publicity team? Do you want to talk about it?
To add to that, Brenda, to add to that a little bit, I remember about 8 months ago, I was watching UNA. I was watching what was going on in UNA. Then I'm like, I see who is pulling back. Someone is trying to do something nice, but somebody is there to just to sabotage anything nice. I got a phone. I called Madame Henriette. I'm like, hey, you know what? I think it's time for me to come to your team. I see you're doing so many things. And imagine if you have someone to support you, what would you be doing? So
Yeah.
that's how I offered my time. It's me who called her. So let's put it there.
Let's put it out there. Yeah.
Yes, I did, because honestly, you need someone to push, you need someone to support you. You're already achieving, but you know, you need someone to tell you, yeah, keep going, we can do it. So if there were two in the office and they had the same ideas and they were all the goals were the same, imagine what she would have achieved in the 2 years.
Yeah, it would have been great. Yeah, I agree. Okay, so like again, Nana here is saying, I have heard of UNA for long, but I seriously do not know much about it and its core values, objectives are. I didn't find much information on the website as well. So I think Lambert, this is,
So
I don't know,
I was gonna talk about that.
who's your
We do have
publicity
that
secretary here?
information.
I think I'm gonna fire him or her.
Right. So, Brenda, and you know, a lot of this falls in my office because the director,
I
I
was
must
thinking
be
so,
the
yes.
director of communications. Yeah, but you know, all this is a work in progress.
Yes.
In 2018, okay, after the elections of 2017, you know, went through a lawsuit, okay, and some people in that group decided to go away with the UNA website, una.org. Okay, so UNA actually lost a website that had a lot of information. So the website that was used for the Seattle Convention was a new website that just had to be created from just from the start. Okay, so we don't have history ranging, you know, from when UNA started, because a lot of that information was on the old website. We salvaged some of it, but a lot of what we have is a lot of the current information. But we
Wow.
do have the constitution, and we have everything that, you know, every member needs to know about UNA on there. The challenge today that we have, though, we had a director of communications that resigned. Now we have a director of communications that is helping revamp the new website. Okay. Now it's a work in progress, and then you have an election, and a lot is going on. People have to get on the website and pay membership, pay for the convention, and all these things. So we are doing the best we can. It's just not fast enough, I guess, for a lot of members, because at a time like this, people are eager to learn it all today. But this is something we're building progressively, and it's gonna get good. We're even looking at, you know, having apps, an app for UNA to simplify it. Already, the website we have right now is not very well optimized for cell phone use, but we're working on that as well to really make this very simple for the members. So the 2 years that have passed, it's all been work. You know, we had to migrate and migrate data and implement a membership system in the website. So today we have about 700 strong UNA members with valid information. You know, not ghost members who, you know, you have duplicates and all these different things. No. So my appeal to the members is bear with us. We are working on this. The information is there. It just needs to be structured well. After this election, we will be also looking at a PR team for UNA, because we had a lot of bad press. I see you, Brenda. Yeah, we'll look into that. Yeah, but we had a lot of bad press. Henry did mention somebody kept writing articles trying to deregister the organization. The thing is, we have people who address their grievances against the organization in a different way. They take it out there and try and write bad about the organization. The future we are looking at for UNA is where we're working with members of the organization. Today I was having a chat with one gentleman, and I asked him, do you see, for example, like the Rotary Club? Do you just wake up out of nowhere and write bad things about the Rotary Club? You can't. You have to be a member to know what is inside and what they are doing to be able to complain. In our constitution, we have a structural way of how to address complaints if you're dissatisfied about something. So the future for us is where we focus it to where we're dealing with actual members. It's easier that way, other than trying to address the needs and concerns of the entire diaspora, because it's a big scale. You got the entire US and then Canada. It's just it's about 150,000 people. You can't address all the needs of those people. But when we start listening to our members, it helps, and we serve them better, other than all the ideas that come from everywhere. So my appeal to the members: we understand and we love the feedback we're getting from you. This is how we grow. This is how we build forward. But we are in an election time, and we have to go through this and then implement a lot of the things. But we're working on the back end to fill these gaps. Yeah, and thank you, Brenda, for volunteering. We'll look into that.
If you need me, if you don't, just kick me out. That's okay. But I think you honestly need a strong force here. You guys could use help, and it's unfortunate sometimes. I think. I mean, I don't know. One way at Tuloga, I think, like as Ugandans, like, okay, so our regime leaves and somehow it lives with the website, Civitegate. Like this is not your mattress. Like you gotta shift with it. But hey, I can imagine what challenges you guys have faced, but we gotta look forward and see. Like I love that people see such conversations are needed. Like Henrietta, like you could do it every month, like maybe end of month, where you get together with communities. Like you could schedule this. You could put it like on every 30th of every month, where you get connected with the population, with the people, and here maybe the challenges.
3/4 of a mile, turn right.
Oh yeah, I hear the GPS. And then, so yeah, we're not turning a mile GPS, but I think this will absolutely, like you guys could maybe if it's one day a month, if that's too much, you could do maybe every 3 months, whereby you give an update on something. I mean, this is like whoever is on your committee can bring in their own report. Somebody compiles that report. Just like updates, like accountability. Like this month, we've been able to register 300 people. Maybe 500 people have paid membership fee. And then this is what you compile. Whoever is to deliver that communication at the end of the month, at the end of the 3 months, you schedule a Zoom meeting. You schedule a YouTube meeting, because YouTube, if anybody asks you about anything, you're just gonna point them to that YouTube video, and they'll go there and watch. And so they're rewatching whatever was covered in that meeting. So I think it should be your bank of communication, where like UNA has its own YouTube channel. I see it. It has 0 members on it. It has very few members on it, and it has I don't know how many videos on it. That would be your best communication ever. And it's a social media era now, so we can't believe in just like meeting face to face anymore. Things are changing, and we have to adopt as well. So it's just ideas that people are throwing out there, and I believe would be very helpful. So like Sister to Sister says here, exactly as Brenda, I see for many years European children coming to the States for high school education, and not many Africans coming. Social media is key. What you don't hear, you don't know. That's exactly what we've just been talking about. So can you, I don't know who can share with us about like African kids coming to, let's say Ugandans coming to United States for school. What are the scholarships like? I know what it is, because I follow Henrietta's, she always posts about these things, like any any scholarships going on and how many people from Uganda have gotten scholarships, but how is it going? If you could share.
Okay, Brenda, actually, I'm glad I'm getting here. So let me park
Okay.
so that my GPS doesn't jump off anymore.
Yeah.
But actually, we are so honored that we were able to at least get a couple of scholarships. Hold on a moment. Let me just drop off my baby. She's going for this volleyball game.
Yes,
I'm at the
totally
entrance,
understandable. Yes.
and I just want to make sure that I hand her over.
Yeah.
Before I jump out, Lambert, you can just give them a brief of
On the scholarships or
scholarship stuff, what is on the website, and let me hand it over, then come and talk about it.
All right, thank you. Brenda, yeah, there's a lot that is still needed, but I believe we got a scholarship with the University of Arizona.
Yes.
It was worth 60,000. And I know we have one testimonial. There's one success story of somebody that took advantage of that. Yeah. But there's a lot more programs, scholarships that are listed on the website. The thing, though, is that we've shared this information a lot, that people don't really know if it works. You see, sometimes when you put a list out there, our people require that you follow through with them. If they show interest, they think you probably have an inside hand, so you can guide them better. So I think as well, and this is something we were talking with Madam President, that as we go forward, some of these programs, we need to align them with some of our experts in the education field, so they also guide these guys on, how to write the thesis and the application process and stuff like that, so they're able to follow through with that program. But the programs do exist, and we'll wait for Madam President to share more, but they are there on the website. Thank you.
Yes, I think that's great. So now when you said, Lambert, you mentioned a scholarship that was earned from Arizona of 60,000 and somebody was able to jump on that. Was that somebody coming from Uganda, or it was already a Ugandan living in the US who got that scholarship? How does that work? Are you focusing more on like bringing in like these scholarships going to, let's say, kids who are just coming from Uganda for school here, or even like us, let's say my kid getting that scholarship?
So the
I
person
think
that
I can come in here and actually talk about this. We do not have any priority to say these scholarships are going to particular people.
Okay.
For example, not even any of the UNAA leaders have actually been recipients of the scholarships. None.
Okay.
We have actually just been offering these scholarships to anyone that applies for them.
Okay.
This is on a first come, first service basis.
That's good.
I know some people were asking me, so tell us who these people are, the recipients. Some of the recipients of these scholarships are actually young children, and we have to get permission from their mothers to publish their details.
Oh, I see.
Some of the parents have not given us that permission. But one gentleman actually allowed us to publish his information. He's in Minnesota, and we were able to do that. He was okay. He told me, no, Henrietta, it's okay, because we told him, hey, we want to make sure that we put this information out there so that people don't think that these are things that we are just talking about or lying about because we feel, oh, UNAA has to put this out. We want some real bodies to be published out there so that people know that, yeah, people are actually taking advantage of these scholarships. And we did. And even the lady that we've been working with in ASU, in Arizona State University, at one time called me and said, Henrietta, when some of your members get these things, they are not letting me know. Whereas I can even help them get more mileage at the university so that I can even get more other incentives that they can use when they get in these schools. So this is a first time first basis application. We do not discriminate. We do not give them to anyone.
Yes.
No one in the leadership has taken advantage of them. Well, no one applied, but at the same time, I would tell them, hey, why don't you make sure that you first reach out to your maybe regions and make sure that they need them, because they'll say, oh, the UNA leaders are using them and so on and so forth. You know how our people are. So that's how these scholarships are given out. What we usually do also is we get any information out there from any universities, whether it's here, whether it's Europe, that we can get and pass on to members. And once we get that information, I send it to Lambert. He makes sure it goes on the websites. We cannot be able to be the problem solvers of everything, but we also know that whatever we can do, we will be able to do it.
That's
as your
right.
leaders. By the way, these are the things that the vice president is supposed to be doing as they work with communities.
Yes,
This
yes.
is the
Who is
job of
the old vice president again?
Our vice president is Madame Joan Bavuga, and
No, not this one, not
Oh.
Joan.
Oh, that is Brenda. Too much shade.
Can you go away,
It's wrong.
You mean you don't know who your vice president is? Have
We
a
need a
nice
break.
Now, don't ask me who your regional representative is.
I don't even know them. See what I mean? Seriously, I'm not the only one. You saw so many questions here.
That's true.
There's so many people from Pennsylvania. Like, I don't know who my regional representative is.
So you are in Pennsylvania.
Sibamani, and now I know that Hanifa, at least I know Hanifa so well. So if she does not deliver,
You know why I have Hanifa on this team?
if she does not deliver that one, I know her personally. Ngenda Mugendi. Like, I will go for her.
That woman works. I've seen that
I
woman
know her
working.
so well. She's my good friend for so many years. That one, I'll just go for her.
There you go. So
Yeah.
I guess you don't even know who your
Like, seriously, we don't know these people, Henrietta.
Well, this is what I was telling people a few days back when I was being interviewed. I told them, look here, Henrietta has been quiet because I've been working.
Yeah, and you've not been quiet. If you think you've been quiet, maybe have been tapped off.
No, I'm not going to do that. But when my time comes and I have to tell my side of the story, people will know, because people know that I always deliver. And I'm sure people know who I am because they have seen us work. And that is what I've been telling them, that, hey, why are you asking me who these people are? You should have been seeing these people, especially when we've been through COVID.
Yeah, see, somebody else here is asking. She's from North Carolina. She's asking, who's the regional leader for NC? I don't know. I'm not going to tell you, Eleanor. Eleanor, I'm not going to answer you because like, I don't even know my own
Lambert, you're going to have to pull up that constitution and start reading out names of each and everyone.
Yeah, so that gets to show you guys. Like, so Lambert, this gets to show you.
Like, representatives are, because those are the things that I keep telling people. People are in these various regions. People do need services. Yes, we know you may live in one state, you may be able to know so many people in your state. I don't know all the other people, but try and reach out to the regional leaders and see that you can be able to reach those UNA members that need you, and even Ugandans as a whole. Because many people are in here that you are Ugandans but are not registered UNA members. We do not discriminate. When I send out these scholarships, I don't send them out to only UNA members. Yes, UNA members are my priority, but I give them to each and every Ugandan who is out there. Anything that comes to my desk, I spit it out and give it to everyone.
Right.
Sharing is caring.
Yeah, man, this is some tight stuff here. Like, there's too much work to do, but you guys are doing well. I honestly want to appreciate your time. These are volunteer jobs even for you guys.
Oh yeah.
So it's honestly, I appreciate all you're doing, and I believe if you get a supportive team, UNA is going to go so far.
And
So
that is very important, Brenda.
it is very
there are
important.
There are some people who go and, for example, pick Henrietta as the president, pick someone else from another team. I think I like the other one, I'll take the other one. But what they don't know is this can actually cause problems as what we have had in the current administration. We are a team. We all believe that we have UNA at heart and have certain objectives that we know are best for the entity. We don't know what the other people are bringing. And like when we came into office, we thought, okay, here we are. Let's go work for the people we've promised them we've got to deliver. And there are some people who came in, and for them, because they were on other teams, they were like, together, bale mesa.
I told you,
and to them it was, I will undermine her, I will make sure she does not deliver, I'll make sure her presidential term is not going to be anything but the worst. And that is what they're out there telling people. But what they don't see is what the other people out there are saying. And they say, guys, we have never seen a UNA in the community as we have seen in the last 2 years, because some of us didn't even know UNA existed. All we used to hear is Bagenda Convention, Nebachakala.
Nebachakala boat cruise.
Actually
boat cruise.
done something totally different. There you go. When you talk about the boat cruise,
together white.
Tell people, do you know that there is a Friday whole day trade and investment program for those people who are in business? Everyone is like, eh. So what we are trying to let them know, and we tried to do this during COVID with the Zoom meetings we used to have.
Yes,
we had those meetings, and some of the things we used to discuss in those meetings are going to flow to the convention. I don't know whether you know about the UNA Wall Street group that we have. These are people who are into trading, Wall Street trading. I am not an expert in that field, but I ended up learning how to trade. And during this year, I made some money on those currencies I had never even bothered to look at. Who knew that you could go and you get a Dogecoin, money dog? Henrietta made money on dog. I was like, I am getting this dog, I don't care. And I made money off dog. All because we have that Wall Street group. We have people who are so committed to helping other UNA members, to just give them the free services. How many people will, in the financial world, will have you go and attend a 1-hour meeting and actually teach you how to trade on Wall Street? We have Mr. Joseph Kakumirizi, we have Mr. Ronnie Mochili, we have Mr. Yvette Kiwika, Mai Nyago Namakokiro. These people are volunteers who have been doing this all throughout the year. They are not paid, they do this for free. So these are some of the things we've been doing throughout the year that are going to actually have discussions in Cincinnati next week. Come and have an open mind.
Yes.
This is a convention that's going to give you education, that's going to discuss business. If you're a woman, hey, we have a women empowerment forum.
Whatever, they're here, they're all here chatting.
Yes.
I see Hanifa still says,
we need the women to attend. Please, women, we need you to come for that forum. It's going to be a full-blown forum for you guys. It's
how about us the men? How about us the men? We have men empowerment.
We are coming up with a program, and I told Lambert whenever you tell them, but guys, we have to have a men empowerment.
Sessions.
I think we need, by the way, we have a singer that's coming to talk to us.
How about Koja?
Let me tell you something. This singer is going to actually cover for both the male and the female. Because when I had a conversation with this singer, she told me, Henrietta, we talk about the ladies, but we forget that the men we forget are the husbands and the boys that turn into men, that either do the good or bad to these ladies. So for me, when I have a singer session, it's like counseling marriages. I bring both people together and we talk. It's going to be a lady that's going to cover all kinds of things. whether
That's
whether it's relationships, whether it is sex, whether it is just someone looking for somebody,
Bino
whether
bigenda
it is
kunyuma.
self-care hygiene. We are
You
going to
guys,
talk
you miss
about
at your own. I know I see so many people who are watching on Facebook. We have about
Yes,
28
we want
people.
them to
You
watch
guys are
because we
missing
want
at
them
your
to
own
know
risk.
what we are actually going to unveil in Cincinnati. During the year, we never did any of the Senga sessions. Actually, the only Senga sessions that I attended were in Gwangamoje during the Bibinak convention, and one in Seattle. You know that Seattle people have good Senga sessions. So I attend those ones. I watch.
Tujabuza Aisha. Oh, ask Aisha. Asha manya Asha. Asha buli lunaku atubyako ebintu.
Asha is the one who actually told me about them, and I'm like, oh, okay. And I started attending, and they are good.
Okay.
Yes. So that is also going to be there.
Okay.
But one thing that I want members not to miss is the annual general meeting.
When is that one?
Lombo, or everything you talk about in UNA. The money that comes from Uganda. This and this. This is the time you can come and exercise your right as a UNA member.
Yes.
And actually table your issues to the people that's running the AGM, and that's the BOT. And we discuss these issues and get it overdone with. We have
When is that one? When is that one, Henrietta?
That's going to be on Saturday at 10 a.m. Next Saturday at 10 a.m.
Hangover.
I don't care whether you have had a hangover. I'm going to look for someone who can come and either offer breakfast or something. You guys, you better show up.
We will be there. We'll be there. To 5.
We are going to look for those hangover remedies.
The smoothies.
We will make sure we look for someone who can do those.
Yeah, but this is important. Yes.
The other important thing that's going to be at the AGM is the Constitution Review Committee, letting you know what they are doing in UNA as they review and amend the Constitution. It's a very important document. It's what governs us. Come one, come all. Pull your friends. Those who had hangovers, that together kuba twaba demo Friday night. So we know you would have had a good Friday night, but we need you at 10 a.m. in the AGM.
Yes, cool. Now, Henrietta, is all this program on the website?
This program is going to be uploaded on the website because we had some tweaks that we were adding.
Okay.
Last minute additions. Like today I was talking to Miss Georgina Nyakairo Kironda, and she's like, oh, Madam President, we actually need to talk about the repatriation program and the life insurance program. Can you ask Mr. Secretary to add that? Because the people that have those details are actually going to be in Cincinnati. So these are the things that we get, and we have to pull it down and upload it and put a new one. But we are doing our best. We volunteer.
So when is the final itinerary going to go up, or program?
That will actually be up at least latest Wednesday night.
Okay, that's good.
Because by then, if you did not have a forum, let's say, approved or done, that's it. There's not much.
That's it.
That's good. Okay, that's good. I know so many people who are watching. Nana, I know you were asking about the program. So I think if you guys check the website by Wednesday night or Thursday, you can get to see the whole itinerary for the whole convention. So you guys definitely check that. So I have a quick question here, Henrietta. Thank you so much for all that you just shared with us. That's very important. And we have Sister to Sister. She's not Ugandan, but she's one of the best American Ugandan supporters that I know. And so she's asking if she can actually become a member.
Oh, yes. We have a lot of non-Ugandans who are actually members, and those are people who usually support us. We have a lot of them.
So Sister to Sister, all you have to do is be nice to me. That's one. And then you can be.
What they have to do is, as long as they believe in our objectives.
Yes,
that's what matters. That's the first thing that they have to do. They have to believe in the objectives of UNA. They have to follow the Constitution, what it says, and that's it. And they can become members. And if they want to be full members that actually are going to be voting members. They have to be people who live in North America. People in Uganda do not vote.
Yeah, Sister to Sister has a comment. A solid youth group conference is a good idea. Actually, that is a very good idea. It could include students in Uganda coming for the conference. The digital divide needs to be tackled.
That's true.
Yeah, so maybe we could add that
Can
on
you
our
say
agenda.
something to Sister? It's like she is reading my manifesto.
I know.
So, yes, that's one thing that I am really, I really want. I know.
Yeah, yes.
Yes, me, I'm looking at the youth. You know, youth are the leaders of tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I want these programs, student exchange programs that will benefit both the kids that are born here and kids that were born back at home. We get here and people are forgetting. You know how culture is most important in the Ugandans, right? Or Africans. But we get here and we forget. And we are losing our roots. And so we need to keep educating our children so that and encourage them to come and be members, like leaders in UNAA. Not only a youth representative. It will be nice in the next 2 years if we have like a youth running for an executive office. That would be
and actually, Joanne, when I looked at the amendments, there is a position where they are actually proposing to have that position of a youth on the executive. Because one of the things we've had as problems in UNAA is the youth really need to be wowed into UNAA. And I think the only way that has to happen is to have that youth member on the executive so that they are more like the bridge. They tell us what the youth needs in the communities, work with the youth leaders in the council, and make sure that their needs are represented in the organization.
And don't forget that they are more exposed than us.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
So yes, that's true. But I think like what Sister to Sister is emphasizing on here is like students in Uganda coming to the conferences. So like the students from Uganda, and what we could maybe, this is a suggestion, I was just thinking out loud, is if we could give an opportunity to like kids from rural schools, let's say, from village schools who excel, like A-level students who get like, I don't know what points, I don't remember anymore, but like the triple A, like all the straight A students, like giving them an opportunity. Like, can you imagine like that first time when you were like a kid, like you're going to America, you know, everything is sponsored for. And then the kid comes and maybe spends 2 weeks, you know, and then they get to see what it is like in the US. But these are like remote students. I think that would be a good idea. And then they get to interact with the other UNAA kids, the Ugandan UNAA kids, you know, here. So I think that's a good idea, and we should empower the young students. She says, wow, 700 members is a starting block of power for the organization. Let's outside the door.
I like that.
Yeah. She's too American as they get. 2 women can do the same as. She's too American, I tell you what. So Lynette says, hi, Brenda, everyone. Very informative. This is my friend from Kenya. But I mean, this is like eventually we might just get an African, I don't know, diaspora something. Africa is going to be. What about high school education programs that needs to be explored by neighbor? My neighbor came from Japan and did 3 years of high school, not college.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
that is actually interesting. That must have been a very clever young person.
Yeah,
For someone who did 3 years of high school, and
Yeah.
not college. That is very interesting.
I think you need to put me in touch with Sister to Sister, because
Yeah.
we are so much thinking alike, and I think so many things that we can do together. So Sister to Sister, your sister here,
Is watching.
Is watching.
I
Yes.
need you.
Yeah, actually, Sister to Sister has been very supportive of. There's a young girl who did not finish college. She came out of school. I did a video with her. She's from Bosoga.
Okay.
So she's been doing some community work. So she started YouTube, and people decided to donate through her YouTube channel. She had gone to Dubai for work after she dropped out when she was 17 because she became pregnant, but she's from Bosoga region. And so her mom did not like her for that. And so she dropped out of school and she decided to go to Dubai for housemaid work. And so when she reached there, all the money that she made, she would send it back to her village. Like everybody in her community started reaching out to her. Like she calls herself Sala because that's how people in the community call her, Sala. So, but she's Sarah. So she would send all her money. And after 2 years, she was making me laugh. She said, Brenda, after 2 years, I had made no money because I was always just sending it to everybody. Like everybody would say, Sala mwana wange sinayo kasukali. Oh, my kid this, my kid that. So she would send it. So when she moved back, her contract, I guess, in Dubai ended. She decided to just start doing YouTube in her community. Now she's building a school for her community, like other school dropouts, like so their kids.
That's nice.
Yes, so she has a group of women who we are helping to see if they can get like empowered in a way that they can do like tailoring classes. So these are all women who are married to like border people, like there's no income coming in really, but they're school dropouts and mothers. So we teamed up with that girl and she's doing amazing things for the community. And so Sister to Sister, that's how I got to know Sister to Sister, because she started supporting her, like sending her money for like these projects. She's building all the neighbors' school houses, like small houses. Everybody who had like a tiny 1-room house, she's been able to build like 2-roomed brick house. So it's a community project she's taken on, and one of the people who've been very, very supportive. We started a group. Sister to Sister is part of that group. So
I'm really grateful to Sister to Sister.
Yes.
And yes, not only Joanne, whenever you need me, I am ready to come and support. That is very great work. That's great work. I love that.
So Daphne Kirunji says, thank you, Team Action. Yes, please vote our Team Action. Hey, Brenda Akatama, modeled in America? No, I've never modeled. I've never modeled. Maybe that's something I should take up. I don't know. Yes, women's program. That's Daphne. Okay, so let's see. I'm just going through comments here so that we can get these guys engaged. We need Senga Nejaja Koja does not sit with. I told you.
Okay, Mr. Wichu.
Oh my gosh. So, geez, we have so many things here. We have Hanifa. Hi, Hanifa. How are you doing? I hope to see you very, very soon, Chikazi. And the Wall Street platform is free entry and exit, irrespective of the affiliation. Only condition is to stay respectful. So I guess,
that's true.
Henrietta, are we going to have these sessions there too?
Yeah, the Wall Street people are talking and they want to have a session. Yeah. Perfect.
And if a Team Action leadership, you have done a great job organizing the convention and all logistics all by yourselves, while Team Unity took leave. I don't know what Team Unity is, but that's some shade right there.
That's real shame.
Hanifa, you're going to get me in trouble. That speaks volumes. Thank you, guys. Thank you. We have about 18 people who are watching on YouTube. I have about 20 people on Facebook. So I hope you guys are loving this. Drop the link for the website. Okay, cool. I'm going to do that in the description of this video, Sister to Sister. If you don't register and become a member, you have to pay $50 and become a UNAA member. I'm coming for you. I know where you live. So actually, we could have gone to the convention together. She's so fun.
I know.
Yeah. You all seem like delicate folks. Oh, I don't know. Michael Holmes. Okay. but you all need to get your life together and go to church and clean your house. I don't know. All right, Michael, thank you so much for that feedback. We promise to go to church this Sunday. As
I
you're
know.
there, please pray for us as well. Thank you for your view. So they like minds think alike. Hey, I'm telling you.
Yeah. You bring them up.
This thing sometimes because it's a no good.
I know.
Michael Holmes, you need a therapist at this time. I agree, dude. I agree. Team action leadership, you have done a great job. We're gonna. This is like old. Let me see. Okay, we're almost done. As of a mom. Okay, as a mom of teens, I love the youth idea. Okay, that's a good one.
Mm.
Yeah, we have to empower our youth. All right, so
Yes,
let's
mother
see
is right.
here. Okay, so we have Asha here. Asha, you did not tell us about the Koja and Senga sessions. You are so in trouble. We need to get our children more involved in activities. I
That's
agree.
true.
I
That's
agree.
true. I agree. I
Yeah.
agree.
Brenda, what is your Facebook?
Your
All the
Facebook,
best.
all the best.
All
Yeah.
the best to win.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Awichu. Thank you.
Thank
Mid
you.
Atlantic region to bit. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Hanifa. Okay, guys. So, what are the future goals? If you guys can tell us a little bit of maybe each of you can tell us their goals. Like, what are you thinking? Like, I know. Let me see first room of Hanifa's comment. I know Henrietta. I know the goals. You've laid them out there. I was watching the other video that you shared with us. But what, like, if you can tell us, what do you see UNA becoming in the next year? Because I believe you are definitely going to be my team. So I can't even say if you are elected.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do for us? Because I believe you're already there.
Yeah. You have seen what we've been doing in the past 2 years, which wasn't easy, especially with COVID and all. But we want to build on to the best that we gave you. We want to build on to the good that we gave you. We want to make sure that UNA is self-sufficient when it comes to our finances. Yes, people always complain about the money, who are our sponsors, and so on and so forth. We want UNA members to be more involved in making sure that we get to that goal. But what I would like to see about UNA is a UNA that is ingrained in the communities. When we talk about regional representatives, I want them to do the jobs that their description entails in the Constitution. They should be able to grow numbers of UNA members in the communities by making sure that they are actually laying out UNA's objectives, making sure that they are bringing more people to the organization, making sure that they are selling the best of the organization to the communities. So because who doesn't know that in America, numbers actually take precedence of whatever we do. They will always tell you that when you go, for example, if you want to go to see your representative, they'll ask you, where are you from? I'm from the Ugandan North American Association. Okay. Is that people from Uganda? Yes. So how many voters of Uganda vote in the United States government during elections? And that is always a big question to answer. So we need to grow our membership. We need to grow numbers if we are going to be able to get effective services that cover us all in the 50 states. Whatever we sell ourselves as UNA, these people are going to look at us and see whether we matter to them.
Yes.
Even when we go to people here in terms of looking for sponsorship for the organization, if I go into, for example, T-Mobile office, I'm not talking about the little T-Mobile offices you get your phones for, but if I go to the corporate office, I want them to hand them over and say, we are from UNA. This is what we bring to the table. What can you do for us to be able to have so many UNA members use your services, but also have you as our main sponsor that makes sure that every year you do ABCD for us. So numbers really matter when we come and tell you that we need to grow numbers. But we need to make sure that this organization is effective at giving services that we need as members. Services, whether they are immigration services, services, whether we are trying to grow our culture, like our next VP said, we need to make sure we are promoting ourselves as Ugandans. Our Ugandanness makes who we are. We are here because we came from there. So anything that has to do with our constitution, our objectives, that is what is going to be ingrained in our next administration. The youth are going to be my next project. We need these youngsters to come into this organization, learn, be able to be members, be able to actually volunteer, and we need them to start looking at themselves as the next leaders. Nze ngenda bbawa emyaka ebiri, but I want to mentor the next group. And I want you guys to do wonders.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, when you go and get to that ballot, think hard before you toot that tick. Because the next person you're going to put in office is either going to be the person that will bring you those services, or is going to come and lie to you tomorrow and you'll never see them again for the next 2 years if they are coming back and asking you for a vote. Don't make that mistake of putting people in office that will give you lip service. Look at the people who will be giving you the real services that will bring actionable items to you. This team right here, Joanne was chosen because of the services she has done in her community in Michigan. Henry, we did our due diligence and found out that even from Boston, he's known. When it comes to finance, they know that gentleman. He has groups, he's in investment groups, and they make sure that they account for each and every dollar they spend. He's your money person. Your cents and dollars and everything will be accounted for. I don't know even what to say about Lambert. I've worked with this man for 2 years. I know his family. I've grown to have him as a young brother to me, but I've never seen anyone as dedicated as Lambert. I worked with them during the online convention with Mr. Kabugu. And Lord, these are 2 gentlemen who had young families and they volunteered with one heart. And we had the best online convention. People were out there telling us, "Much kubye, you guys did it. You guys did," but they didn't know the sacrifice that we put in to have it done. That kind of dedication is what I look for in my next leaders. I could go down the whole list of my regional representatives. What can I say about Hanifa, Brenda? You know Hanifa in your community.
I do.
What can I say about Josephine Mugaga Matovu? She's a woman of her word that is always there on each and everything that happens in her community. Vanessa Nasamba, she's yes the current Ugandan North American beauty queen, but she has the heart of the people out there. She wants to do the best for her youth. Edward Abili, he is the president in the Austin community, in his community there. He's out there making sure he's mobilizing people all the time. What can I say about Grace Nakalima? She is the secretary of her association, where she lives in New York. Farida Kutesa, she represents and works in her community in California. Huda, same thing. All the people that I went and got are people that are already serving their communities. So when you see anyone on team action, these are not your next, someone is looking for a builder resume to come and use, UNAA as a resume builder to make sure that after UNAA, I go and do this. No, they are working in your communities. That's the team you should go for when you're voting next week. Let me stop here because I need my people to also say something. I know I talk too much when it comes to talking. People haven't been here listening to me talk and they thought, she can't even say anything. Believe you me, you don't know who you are as your president. When I stop, I don't stop.
Real quickly after Henrietta. Awichu said not only that we drink a lot of beers, red wine and what have Coca-Cola and all the other groups out there. Let's build the best unit. I agree.
Amen. I agree with Awichu. Let's do that.
Yes, Awichu. That's word, Madam Magdalena. Yes, Uganda. Yes. All right, that's great. You guys just hired for yourselves when you go out there, you know what to do. Like, but one, you must have registered
Yeah,
to become a member for you to be able to vote.
that's
So
correct.
if you go to that convention and you have not registered and paid that membership fee, you will not be allowed to vote. So please do that. I don't know if the registration is still open. They might not allow last minute registration. So maybe another time, I don't know what you're going to do. I'm not going to say anything here, but that's usually what you need to do. You have to be a full member of UNA for you to be able to vote. And it's voting in person. So if anybody is
Yeah,
telling you that you can vote online,
they're
that's
lying to
fake
you.
news. It will not count. So let's go ahead. Lambert, you're next. What can you say? What are your goals? What do you see to accomplish in your next term of office? What are you? Yeah, tell us.
Thank you, Brenda. So for me, it's really very simple. We already laid a foundation for the organization to move forward. Okay. Before, we had very few people that you could actually identify as UNA members. Okay, because people were in and out. You this time, like for example, and I'm speaking to the new members of UNA today. A lot of members have been recruited. Okay, for this specifically for this election. Next year, these members will be gone. Why? Because whoever recruited them, if they lose, they will not follow up with them again. Okay. So what we're doing now is that we want to have the right information. Before, I could be able to pay for you, Brenda, pay for Joanne, pay for Elvis, and then put all of you under my information and just have your names. So if, let's say, leadership wants to reach out to Brenda, they can't, because the contract for Brenda is Lambert's contact. I paid for them. Okay. Today, we have Brenda in the system as Brenda. All the information we have for you is your information. What we have for John is for John. Okay. This helps us track and manage our membership correctly. Okay. So this is a system we laid in place, and it's now working. When re-elected, we are going to continue this work. Okay, we want to simplify that website. Technology is growing by the day. We want to get to where it's very simple. When you come to the convention, we get to where we can scan. By the way, if you notice, after you pay, you have a unique ID. Okay, that unique ID is only yours, and it's attached to your email address. So we are making these small changes to this system, but we're trying to make UNA as very technologically sound as it gets. Okay, so these are some of the things I'm working on in the background, and I would want to continue working on to see that we bring UNA to a level where it needs to be. Now we're also gonna look into hiring a PR person. Just the communications director is not good enough. UNA has a lot of work that goes on the back end. You're dealing with people from Uganda, you're dealing with people here in the US and then Canada, Europe, all over the place. Okay. But
Yeah.
what people see the most for my office is the execution of the convention. Okay. This is going to be the first convention I'm going to be organizing with the team that we have physically. We already tested the convention online, and it was a success. This particular convention we're organizing in Cincinnati, we're going to try and do it as a hybrid. So some of the programs you will see online, because we, like for the business forum, we realized a lot of people loved it and participated because it was online. These are things that we want to continue doing to have maximum impact in those programs, because the partying is fine, but it cannot be what people understand the organization for. Yeah, we have to do a lot more. Yeah, then of course we want to grow into sharing monthly newsletters and kind of boost that communication. But it all starts with that base. Today I'm proud to say we have 700 solid members, and we're going to continue to grow that number. When re-elected, I'm gonna keep that number growing because I'm gonna be in touch with these members. Before we had no way to reach you. Now we have your information. We're gonna continue monitoring. We've continued to restore relationships with our sponsors. A matter of fact, I'm looking at closing another deal of about 5,000 that is going to apply towards this convention. Yeah, so there are so many opportunities there, but when you actually have numbers to rely on, you give confidence to the sponsors. They start to really feel we're talking to the right people. We have our emailing system for UNA now has a good 6,000 emails. So when we communicate, we're communicating to about 6,000 people out there. That's a good number for any company to try and tap into who we have as a membership. And I want to also put this out there for the members who are not sure about UNA. We are a very large organization and the largest African organization that is well structured the way we are. We just need to have faith and build this organization in a way that it works for us. The respect we get out there, from the Kenyan community, Tanzanian community, Nigerian communities, they do better things because of, their numbers and how they do them. But UNA is way more, we've been here longer, and we just need to focus what we do the right way. So there is a lot more opportunity. Of course, a lot of people are looking at the youth. For me, I feel like the youth bit of it has to be addressed throughout the year. We cannot wait for just the convention. So those are things we're going to be looking at. Yeah, the convention is so fast for the youth that we may not be able to address their concerns and their needs in just 3 days. It has to be throughout the year. Yeah, so I'll give it to the rest of the candidates here. But please, when you get to the ballot, know the guy that can get the work done. Vote for Lambert Etibot, and you can trust that we will deliver. Vote Team Action. Thank you, Brenda.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So who's next? Thank you. You guys just had for yourselves, really. So just when you get there, do the needful. And you have these guys' contacts as well. Their emails will be out there. As they email you, you can email them back and be like, hey, I put you in power for 2 years. What did you do? I'll never vote for you again. So they have to be accountable for what they promised to do. Joanne, what do you want to say?
All right. I think we already shared a little bit much of what I plan to do, but the most important thing, I would like to create a safe place whereby, because here I will be working with the communities. Like I will be going to every community. I want community members to be able to feel free to talk about what their needs are. I'm not going to be this kind of leader who will only tell them what they are supposed to do. I will be the kind of leader who is going to sit and discuss with you. Come up with something that you think is beneficial to your community. That's one thing I want to do, like from day one. Yes, I want to work with the representatives. Yes, we are going to work. I might be someone, I am not going to be talking too much, but hey, I will ask you to do the job. Let's go there and find out what the communities need. Let's sit down and see what we can do. Then with our youth, with student exchange programs, we need to get involved. We need to get these people out there. We need to create programs for our children so that they, once we leave this UNA, they are happy to be members of UNA. Mm-hmm. And of course, with the economic empowerment, there is no way you're going to achieve. Let me tell you, when you see most of the like gas stations around me, they are owned by Arabs. Mm-hmm. Because they work together. They look for each other, right? But here, Ugandans, someone will even approach you asking you about maybe how do I get I came here, I got my asylum. I am very free to share how I do it. Mm-hmm. But someone will approach you and you're like, I don't know, simanyi percent.
That's right.
It's a matter of saying, hey, go through here and do it. So we need to start working together. We need to stop looking at people and assume that, hey, she comes from Western Uganda, so she's so and so. No, Get to know me, get to accept my beliefs. Then let me also accept, so that we can come with we have like something to work, that we work for both of us.
Yeah.
So yeah, I will encourage freedom of speech as long as you are respectful.
That's right.
Yeah. So yeah, that's me. Please vote for me, Vice President UNAA. I will work for you. Trust me, it's volunteering, and I'm looking forward to working with each and everyone. I will come to you, and I am someone who will tell you what I think is right. I'm not going to hide or beat around the bush. That one, I don't know how to do it. I speak I say things the way they are, but I am very respectful when I'm saying them, and I am open-minded. I listen. You have to listen to your community members. Don't just dictate to them. Listen and find out what they need. Then we move forward together.
Yes, thank you, John. Yes, so you guys, on that day, if you have any more questions for her, I hear an echo. I think it's coming from Elvis. I hear my echo.
I don't think it's
The kids, yeah. It's probably Bray on her other phone. But you guys, if you have any questions for any of these candidates, for Joan, she just told you what she stands for. From my understanding, she's all about youth empowerment, and she'll tell you as it is in a respectful way. So she's not one of those that you find talking behind your back. If she has a problem with you, she'll tell you, as long as it's very respectful, and she's very open to anybody's opinion as long as you're also very respectful to her. So please, when you get there, vote for her. I believe Madame Henrietta chose her for a reason. She believes this is the team that is actually going to be able to deliver and help her deliver, as well as the president. So thank you for attending. Elvis, you're the last one here. I'm so sorry to make you number last. Is that a thing?
I'm not
But
I'm not the last because I'm the money guy.
yeah, you're the money guy. Yes, that's right, Uncle Money. So just so we know, you're paying for all my drinks at the UNAA convention. So, but anyways, yeah, please, jokes aside, tell us your final remarks and what we look forward to seeing you achieve with UNAA this year.
One of the bugs that I'm moving on to with UNAA is accountability and transparency. These have been one of the key factors messing up UNAA. Everything moves around money. About the donations, about the gifts, everything moves about money. I'm coming in for transparency and accountability. People, this money is not for people in UNAA. This money is for members. So they are supposed to know what happens with their money. There are no books to follow. People are supposed to know we've given in our money. What does it do? What is it going to be used for? So it's the reason that I'm stepping in this position. I'm bringing the experience I have, having worked with big companies, investment companies in different entities. I'm coming in with experience. I got a chance to work with one of the big four audit companies, Ernst & Young. So I have a big experience with auditing, with all the financial statements. UNAA and its members, you need to put their financials out there. This will help like the small grudges, the small fights to stop.
Yeah.
Because if you know you've got a donation of 10,000 and you account for that, you put it out there. So how are you going to come out that a penny is missing when everything we got a donation of 10,000 and everything has been accounted for? So this is the reason that I'm coming in forward with force to make sure that books of accounting are moving forward for every members. Secondly, also, Madam Henrietta mentioned it, like we need to increase on our revenues. We are not only supposed to look at the membership paying. That's it. That's all the money is coming in. And the little token that we get from the government, UNAA can do better than that. We can go there in corporate American companies and we get donations. sponsorship. So this money coming in will help to generate the income for UNA, the revenues for UNA. So this is what I'm coming in to see, that the money we have to get a big way of getting revenues to coming into the organization, so that there are more scholarship for different people, for different communities. There are more that we can look at. If UNA can have like more money, we can't keep it sit on the account. I'm an investment analyst, that we can look at this money to invest it in something different, and it's generating more money for the organization. This is an NGO that people need to know how money is being spent, how money comes in, and how money is leaving the organization. Recently, couple of years, I had people like they would move with the ATM cards for the organization. This is not how an NGO is run. We need like transparency. We need like teamwork. If you know you're signing on a check of an organization, at least you need 2 signatories.
Yeah, 2 signatories. How would that even be happening? Wow.
That was UNA for you by then. I appreciate Henrietta has tried to streamline everything in line with how accounts is supposed to move.
Yeah.
So the reason that I'm coming in is I'm coming to add on what she has already built in place.
Yeah.
With Godfrey Nyenje. Godfrey Nyenje has been good with how the finances of UNA have been running. So I'm coming to add on this to see that every penny is accounted for. Every member is supposed to know that when I go on the website and I look at the financials for UNA, everything is in line. So this is going to help UNA to go forward, to create more awareness, that people will even come in to donate, because the books of accounts are in line with what it's supposed to stand for. But recently, like you see people coming in to fight, oh, the government is giving us money, then okay, we take it back. But I mean, at the end of the day, you take it back, but that money this year, it can do a lot, it can help. So if books of accounts are in the right order, trust me, you will get many donations in Uganda and here in corporate America. Like Madam President said, going to AT&T, they'll be able to sponsor. Like if you have a good account, they will say, okay, can we look at your books of accounts? But if they are messed up, no one is ready to go to give you a donation, because they know you're going to spend it uselessly. So if they know the books of accounts, like they are standing in a good order, we shall get more money revenues for the UNA organization. So this is the reason I'm coming in with only 2 key words: accountability and transparency for UNA. Trust me, UNA will move forward.
No, I believe you.
So
I believe you.
I would like to ask for your vote, everyone out there, to vote for Elvis Henry Selko, coming with the knowledge, the expertise that I've got, to make sure UNA moves ahead, away from the small wrangles, from the small fights, and the increased revenue for the organization. Thank you for your time, Brenda.
Thank you, Elvis. Guys, I actually happen to know Henry for a long time. China Chankweka. So, and I know exactly what he means when he's talking about the books, the statements. He will ask you for the last penny. I gave you $100. How did this was $90? Where's that $10? You account for it. So I think this is a great team. You guys, I appreciate your time. I appreciate you taking the time to educate us about UNA. Most of us were very, very unaware what the organization or the association is all about. All we knew was it's a time for Ugandans to get together and have a blast. So, and seriously, like, look for our heels, buy those expensive gowns, go there, drink our heads off, party, pack a last. But there's more to UNA, and I'm so glad you guys are going to be holding like such meetings whereby you educate the rest of the masses like us. So thank you so much for your time. I wish you all the best. We'll be there. So many people are coming this year, and thank you for all you've done for UNA. Very out of selflessness, you've spared your time and done these services, and you're bringing more people on board. Like, like Henry and like Joan and other people that you've actually like Hanifa. So all these people are people that I don't know how you chose them, because I also know them. So I'm like, why are all my friends joining UNAA this year? So, but they are good people. They deliver. So I believe it's going to be a great time for UNAA, and we look forward to it. Thank you, everybody who joined us today. We appreciate your time. There's so many ways we can get money from organizations. Awicha, you've been so interactive on this chat, on this live. We appreciate your time. Hey guys, it's 7 o'clock here my time. I gotta go eat and go to bed. I have a tournament tomorrow. So peace out. Thank you guys for your time.
Thank you for having us, Brenda. Thank you for giving us this space.
Thank you.
You are welcome. Everybody who's watched us from YouTube,
Thank you, Brenda.
Facebook,
Thank you,
please
viewers.
watch for these guys. If you haven't registered yet, I don't know if you can still register, but reach out to these people. No, you can't. See, rules, strict on bell. So I like it. I like it. So let's go out. Let's support Uganda in the diaspora ideas. Let's support these people. Let's donate whenever they call us, as long as they show us what the donations are supposed to be for. Accountability. We are all there. We're able to support. Thank you so much, Madam Henriette and your team.
Thank you so much for having us.
Have a great night. I'll see you soon in a few days. Bye, guys. Thank you all. Thank you for joining us. Take care. Bye-bye.